I'm so tired of losing, bro.
Tired of losing?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that sucks for you. Because I'm in the king seat, baby.
Oh, I'm sure there's no better way to get to the king seat than throwing a not flat back.
All right, go ahead. Make fun of it all you want, but the difference is I'm in the king seat and you're
I was
not.
in the king seat.
Yeah? Well, you know what your problem is, huh?
No, I don't.
Don't worry. I got you. Just chug.
All right, guys, welcome back. Welcome back to the King Seat Podcast, episode 28. I'm your host, Daniel D. May. This is my co-host, Brian B. Betancourt.
Sorry, bro. My hair's getting thin.
It looks like you're
I'm balding?
yeah. How did you just now notice this?
I noticed
How did you
it.
not
It's
notice
just
this
like every
before
time
we went live, V?
Every time I take the hat off, it just looks worse.
Anyway, guys, excuse my friend
good to
over
see
here.
y'all. Glad to be back.
And of course, it looks better with a hat on, dude.
Yeah,
Spark Apparel.
Yeah, you know, shout out to our boy Spark Apparel. Shout out to our boy Isley with 27 feet cornhole as well. But what'd you say? Episode 28? Episode 28. We are here. And I don't know, did you say that yet either? We got.
No, I mean, Spark Apparel's lighting up the studio. He's on your hat, above me on this side. He's on the screen.
He's all over.
He's all over the place, man.
But yeah, we got a great interview with Sparky. You know, we hit on a lot of things, right? Like, well, as far as the sponsors, who he's sponsoring, how he got into cornhole, what he does for the players, what his growth is, what he does outside of cornhole. It's a lot to talk about. Plus, we play a game as always. So that'll be fun. I mean, what else? Clips of the week. Everybody's favorite part, like always.
Yep. We're gonna recap some of the recent.
Yeah, we'll hit on the throwdown and the shootout. I'm losing it. The shootout in Airmail City. Plus, we talk about some changes coming up. I mean, let's.
On the shot clock and stuff like that. All right. Well, let's jump into it. Before we do anything here,
That's right.
Like I said, Spark Apparel is coming up later, but we do want to make an announcement.
The announcement was already announced, right? Lucky Bags presents the first annual Lucky Bags Throwdown down here in the Bayou in Louisiana.
What does that say at the top, B?
$10,000 minimum payout.
How much?
$10,000.
Oh, I'll be practicing.
Payout at $10,000, right? So we've been working on that too. And the payouts, the way they work, they're also on the event, so make sure you go check it out. Lucky Bags presented it. 27 Feet Corner will be a part of it, as well as us, King Seat Podcast. We will be broadcasting. And we couldn't be more excited to be a part of this. Thanks to Lucky Bags for having us be a part of it. Looking forward to broadcasting. You'll be broadcasting. I'll be winning, probably, more than likely. You know what I mean?
Doubt that.
But it's going to be a fun tournament. So if you haven't registered, make sure you get registered. There'll be a blind draw the night before. The way this works as well, if you haven't seen the event, it's going to be a rounders format, in which will place you in a tier 1 and tier 2, depending on how you finish. And even if you finish in tier 2, it's still a good payout. I think the first place in tier 2 is still $1,500. So $100 to play, and you can win $1,500 even in tier 2 coming in first place. So we're excited about this. It's at a great venue, the Alario Center down here. And I think there's also like some big weightlifting competition that'll be going on at the same time as well. So.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
We'll definitely be in that one.
Yeah. I might be like the sumo wrestling part will be outfitted, you know. So, we're looking forward to this event. Couldn't be more excited. So it'll be a good time. That's it.
We will. Practice up, everybody.
That's right.
Because we will see y'all there. Do you want to go into the recaps now, zoomed out view?
Yeah, let's go into the recaps. Right?
We'll
the shootout, the big tournaments, right? The big payouts, you know. Happy to recap those. Some of the same winners, some new winners this season. Let's get into it.
Start off with singles.
Josh Holland.
Yep, and I do want to touch on this, B.
Oh, my gosh.
All right, if we go back, if we rewind to the predictions, guys, there's two people. I mentioned Josh Holland. I was interested. I thought he had a chance to win, but I took the sleeper, Ryan Smith, who made a run, okay? A run. I thought he was going to. I was watching it, dude. I thought he was going to take it home. What did he make it to the championship and lost?
Yeah, he made the championship and lost, which I don't know why you call when you're at the beach like, bro, I was on it. No, you weren't. You came in. The guy didn't win, so you didn't pick the winner. Like, I don't know how much credit you want to take. First off, there's only 8 people to choose from, so congratulations.
But the two I chose happened to meet in the ship.
You chose one.
And I feel like Ryan was hey.
So let's give Josh Holland his credit, bro. Everybody's been talking about him all season. We know, you know, the kind of potential he had. So he just waited until it was like a $40,000 payout to go ahead and win it. So he won 40 grand.
Plans.
Yeah. Like, I'll just wait till the end, the last event of the season. I'll win this 40 grand real quick. So he was on fire and is well deserved.
Now, another, I say sneaky team, but I mean,
not so sneaky. They just repeated
yeah.
what they did.
But you know what I
last year.
mean? Like they kind of laid off the gas all year, and then all of a sudden, do huge tournament, big payout,
$100,000.
easy.
We'll win this thing. Though, so
Easy.
a shout out to Eric Davis. I mean, Trey and Alex. They made a good run. They almost had it right there at the end. A little slip up, and Eric had a ridiculous airmail drag to keep them in the game, bring it to overtime, and they finished it out. So the B team is what they were calling them last season. A fire corner, but they seem to keep winning these big tournaments. So.
Seems to look a lot like the A team to me, B.
Yeah, for sure. So.
Now, shocker here.
Cheyenne back to back. She said, "What? They only paid out $20,000 last year in first place. This year they're paying out $40,000 to the women's champ. I'm gonna take that down." So, shout out to her. She played great. Obviously, well deserved. Cheyenne just
she's killing it all around for sure. I
not
mean,
to mention she had. I think like over $70,000 in ACL payouts for the tournament.
Yeah.
So that's awesome to see, just for the ACL in general. So this girl is doing big things.
It's great to see the ACL is paying out that much money.
Yep.
That is an insane amount of money to play cornhole. So props to her. And then also B, you predicted this one correct.
Yeah, not to pat myself on the back, but I said Kaylee and Tony are going to take it down. But all you hear about is obviously Tony is playing essentially in his second home at Airmail City. They're always at Shamar's house, and people say all the time how good he does playing there. And then my thought was kind of like I said in the prediction, right? He can throw any bag. We've seen him throw different bags at the tournaments all the time. And Kaylee throws those fire bags, and it played out. They ran through the tournament. So.
Yeah, but I remember, I do recall our conversation when I was on the beach and talking about them as well. And that's the exact reason you gave me, is Tony's always playing there, and Kaylee throws outside all the time to practice.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I did not think of that. That was very good. So shout out to Brian on that one, guys.
Shout out to Kaylee and Tony.
He called that one for sure. Yeah, and shout out to them. They did the work.
That's right.
B's just over here reaping the rewards for
right.
picking the correct team. All right, B, let's go back to the normal studio.
What's next?
I thought maybe we could discuss this new change in the I guess you would call it the shot clock.
Yeah, the shot clock. Shout out to Noah Wooten for highlighting it and making it well known, right? The time between throws reduced to 12 seconds from 20, and timeouts added in, right? Punishment updated for shot clock violation. So, if you watch cornhole as much as we do, we see all the time people take more than 20 seconds to throw a bag, all the time. And it's very few instances where people do get called out for it, but that's probably half. I want to say probably about 50% of the games you see people are taking more than 20 seconds. Not all the time, but when they have questions and it's like a, not controversial, but like a up in the air bag, what kind of situation they want to throw, what kind of bag they want to throw in that situation is what I mean. They take their time to ask their partner, go back and forth, 15, 20 seconds at least. Then they take another 10 seconds to throw it. So I think this is great. It'll speed up the game a little bit because I think a lot of people take advantage of it. And me personally, I like to throw fast. So, but the thing is like, who really gets called out on it? And I think some people are definitely going to get called out on it and have officials come to the game. So.
Well, see, and that's what kind of makes this interesting to me, B. It's not necessarily, oh, we're going to be speed throwing now. No, like 12 seconds is more than enough time. But I think, and this is my personal opinion, I think there is a time where you kind of do need more than 12 seconds to discuss with your partner, right? And quite a few times in the game, not just, I don't know how many timeouts you're getting now, but quite a few more times than you usually have timeouts.
Right.
To discuss with your partner on, hey, dude, should I try to roll it?
Yeah, because you only get, not to cut you up, you only get one timeout in doubles per game. So.
Yeah, so they're keeping it at one, even with this new rule.
I believe.
So that's what kind of makes it interesting to me, is I feel like sometimes there is a time, to kind of, you need to talk back and forth. And then to your point, who's going to call people out? I feel like that's kind of the part of...
People do it, man. It gets frustrating. When you have that person that takes more than 20 seconds, now 12 seconds, it does get frustrating sometimes when they literally sit there. There's an open board, or you have a bag off to the right. It's like clearly you just want to go around the bag, or like they still. And I know it helps them, right? It helps their momentum to take their time. Or maybe they're trying to slow somebody down. But it does get frustrating when it's like it's there's a bag on the back of the hole or something like it's out of play. It's just your normal throw. There's no need to take 20 seconds.
No, and I completely agree with that. But I guess where I'm going with this is, I just feel like if you're going to call somebody out on taking too long, you're going to kind of look like an asshole. Unless it's a huge tournament where you have a ref right there, you're going to have to call a ref all the way over to your board.
Let me tell you something, though. I agree, but it's just like you're doing what probably the other people are thinking, right? When most other players are thinking, like, this guy takes forever to throw. They don't say nothing. They don't say anything at all. But it's just like, all right, dude, I'm tired of waiting. So I mean, people are probably grateful if you do it, even though they didn't do it. You know what I mean? It's kind of like the person that calls them out. So everybody else was thinking it, but they just didn't want to be the one to do it.
Yeah.
So you're the one that's going to bite the bullet and do it. And we saw it happen. I mean, at World. So, I mean, I think it makes sense.
All right, now one more question on this topic. Do you think this is going to cause PPRs to possibly go down, and maybe possibly more rounders at events because maybe games are going a little quicker?
No, I don't think this will. I don't think this will affect the rounders thing, no. Because first off, I mean, you're literally going to have either a shot clock or an official at every board to make sure everybody's just doing the 12 seconds, right?
Yeah, and I feel like that's unrealistic.
That's not going to happen, right?
I agree with that.
And then I think it could work both ways. To your PPR question, it'll help that person that takes it forever. Might bring that PPR down a little, but also that person that's ready to throw every second, whenever they're right, as soon as the bag hits the board, it might help their PPR a little. So it can work both ways.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you one thing, B. When I start practicing, I'm going to have the wife start bringing me bags, and I'm just going to throw 4. And then she's going to stack 4 more on my left hand, and boom.
No,
boom,
but you don't need to. That's the thing. It's from the moment the bag stops moving. So 12 seconds
is a lot of time.
Is a lot of time, you know?
But it just sometimes it doesn't feel like...
If you sit there and count 1 to 20, you know, without being like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know, 20 seconds is a good while, you know?
I guess that is a good point. I think it'll affect more people when they have to bend down, get the bag, do their whole little Damon Dennis type of dance, and then...
Yeah. So it's like the opposite. Like right when you're at school, you know, and you're like, all right, we get out at 2:15, you look at the clock, and it's 2:10 or 2:12, that 2 minutes, to 3 minutes or 5 minutes, whatever it is, seems like forever. But whenever it's like 6:30 and your alarm's set for 6:45, that 15 minutes seems like this. So it's like, but no, it's a long time. So I don't think it'll be that big of a deal, but I think it'll definitely make a difference. So.
Well, we will see. All right. And one more thing, B, one more topic before we go to clips of the week, guys. I know you guys are waiting on that, that we did want to discuss.
Yeah.
Money versus the bag.
Money versus the bags, man. This is something that comes up a lot. And obviously, we talk to a lot of, I guess, bag company owners, bag manufacturers. And not to mention, we see people make posts all the time. They're looking for different bag sponsors. I don't know. It's different, all right? So I feel like if you're not a top player, a real top player, a top 10 player, you're probably not making that much being a pro. You know what I mean?
You're talking just off of a contract with the bag manufacturer?
Just off the contract being a bag, yeah. So, winning that much either, you know, in these big tournaments. So maybe it makes sense to try and chase the money if you have like a lower end company that maybe wants to get their name out there. But we saw, for example, last year, right? Not to call them out again because they got called out. No, Zero Gravity. We know they sponsored a bunch of people, promised them a ton of money, and they couldn't afford it because their bags didn't hit like they want to. But I think if coming from a player's mindset, I think, especially if you're a rookie, I think you need to go with the bag that helps you the best because you're going to want to make that big impact. Because essentially, if the bag that you're throwing the best with is going to help you get the best results, and it can catapult you for the following season to make more money through other sponsors, whether it's your bag sponsor, just other jersey sponsors or whatever.
So by throwing the correct bag, you could then in turn catch the bag.
Yeah, get the bag, right? Get that bag.
You get the bag by throwing the ring. Yeah, and I agree. I think, I think throwing a bag that you're comfortable with is definitely important.
Right.
But at the same time, there is the argument of if you sign with a bigger money, you might not be as comfortable with that bag, but because you're signing and making more money, therefore you have to work. So now you have more time to put into your game to actually.
So I think it's kind of situational, right? It depends how much difference this is. If I'm gonna make 20 grand extra from this bag company than I would from this, you know, the difference from 50 grand to 70 grand, that makes a big difference. It's like 5 grand or 6 grand.
Yeah.
It's not gonna make that big a difference where that 5 or 6 grand gap with the lower bag company is gonna probably get you better results. So you can make that up and some. So.
No, I agree. And I think that's the big, I think with cornhole, somebody once told me, because it's the underhand motion, it is going, with the grain, per se, rather than against the grain. Like if you throw overhand, you're going to wear out your arm.
Right.
So with cornhole, you can practice a lot more than, I guess, somebody can practice pitching.
Yep.
Is what I'm saying, overhand.
Yeah.
So you get that extra time because you make a little bit more money. You might actually get better with that other bag.
Yeah.
But I think every company at this point all has bags that are pretty close.
Have similar bags anyway, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Anyway, all right, B, if
Time
you're
for
ready,
us. Get to clips of the week. You ready?
let's do it.
To the
To the throne! Hear ye, eh, B?
That's right. We're here with clips of the week, brought to you by our boys at Black Sheep Baggers. If you're looking to buy some bags, some merch, go to blacksheepbaggers.com and use the discount code KingC10. Make sure you go give them a, I don't know, check them out. I can't even talk. But yeah, look at the lights. Black Sheep Baggers, thank y'all. Like I said, KingC10 at blacksheepbaggers.com. So let's get to some clips, D-May.
Dude, my king outfit is just not comfortable anymore.
Well, it's falling apart.
Yeah, it's all over the place, dude. Use them. All right, so we will see. Anyway, guys, all right, let's start off. Let's see what we got here, B.
Okay. Our boy Dayton Weber.
Dude, Dayton.
He's stepping out for this shot with these cornhole scenario bags. I mean, this kid's just impressive, right? Anything he does, he's impressive. You know, he made it last week on Clips of the Week for something other than cornhole, but he made it. And then this week with that great push drag.
You see Mike Hoffman picking up. That was a hell of a shot, man.
Yeah,
Cameo with Mike Hoffman right there.
Great shot by Dayton.
Dude, he continues to amaze, man.
Yeah. He's a beast.
Sheesh.
Shout out to Dayton for that. Look at this shot one more time at the Mid-Atlantic. This is a cornhole qualifier tournament doubles. Speaking of the cameo from Mike Hoffman, looking at boom. He made
Looked
it through
like
the
he might even have had the King C podcast shirt on.
King C podcast shirt. He requalified.
Huh?
Shout out to him. He requalified in this tournament, made it through the gauntlet to be a pro this season. So great person, Mike Hoffman. So not to mention, he'll be another sponsored player this upcoming season.
He is a great guy.
Couldn't be a better guy.
He is. All right, B, let's see what else we have going
next?
on here tonight. I don't know to know.
Ooh.
Is that Logan Chamberlain?
Yeah, Logan Chamberlain and Eddie Grindersleeve. Great air mile. Logan.
And that Texas crowd gets hype.
Yeah.
Grindersleeve going to try to clean up.
And he cleans him up for the win. He gets hype. You know, Eddie's pretty quiet for the most part, but you can see he's pumped for this shot here. And Logan, you could tell, is a little upset because he wanted to leave that bag there to make it a little more difficult. Even though it was a great air mail. He's like, damn it, I know what this is going to happen. You?
Damn.
Eddie just cleans it up. Shout out to our boy Eddie Grindersleeve for that one.
Yeah, that was a nasty three-leg push. And that's BG. What kind of... It's hard to see.
A little BG on BG crime.
The carpet's hard to push, man. That's definitely an impressive push. For anybody watching at home, there's two bags lined up. They're not straight either. I mean, it's kind of... You kind of have to collect that one on the left there, B.
And he goes right through him.
That's actually a hell of a shot.
And he stayed on the sticky side to do it.
And then a great... What do you think of... What do you rate his celebration? 1 of 10. 10 being the best. I mean, let's look at it again here.
I'd probably give it a 6 because, well, there's no audio, so I don't know how hype he really got. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And now if he got hyped, then I'd probably give it like an 8.
I give it an 8 just because I feel like Grindersleeve, I usually.
I mean, it's an 8 for him, right? It's an 8 for him if you're just judging just from him.
He is a great guy, though.
Yeah,
I got to spend a lot of time with him at Worlds when we were watching the Stevie Awards and stuff. It was
so great shot. This was at the Southwest Top 100 Conference qualifier that just happened this past weekend as well. Shout out to Jonathan Segura who took it down and won. Our boy Ricky came in a close second, but Jonathan, well deserved. So
hey, Ricky putting Louisiana on the map, though, man. Shout out to him. Hell of a run. But great shot, Eddie. Great shot. Let's see what's up next here. Oh, Jamie Graham.
Yeah, Jamie Graham.
Airmail miss.
Yeah, Trey Birchfield. This was at the shootout championships.
Potential and one here. Pushes.
Jeez,
Oh goodness!
He pushes those two bags and leaves that bag in front,
Jeez.
Which makes it harder for Jamie to try and grab that other bag. This is just one of many shots Trey had this whole weekend. It was impressive to watch.
Dude, I just don't have that hard of a push, man.
Look at that. Great shot by Trey.
Hell of a shot.
Look at this. I mean, this is both those pro snipers on the stick side with the stickier side, right? That's a fast bag in general, but Trey flips it over and goes right through him and leaves that bag there.
That was disgusting.
That's just perfect. Perfect by Trey Birchfield.
Hell of a shot. Hell of a shot. And let's look at this.
From the shootouts as well.
Is that Cameron and Sam Finley?
Yeah.
And Finley
Cameron
blocking behind.
Quick. He's got the last bag in this case. Just going to go up top. Ooh,
Oh,
and drags a
she
great
dragged
shot.
it
She gives that
too.
little fist pump. That's another quiet person that doesn't really do much, as far as celebrations. But she gives a
She doesn't do much as far as celebrations be, but how many times have we seen Cam Belvin hit this shot?
yeah, always.
I
Oh,
mean, she
she's a
is so
beast, bro.
clutch,
And not to
man.
mention, she got hot towards the end of the season, right? She was just winning all these tournaments or having these great finishes at Worlds. So we knew she was bound to make a run, and that's what she did. And
She
it's
is.
for reasons like this. Sam Finley still ended up winning the match, but on this shot particularly, it was just a great drag.
So clutch. Yeah, anybody watching at home, she's got a bag hanging in. Sam's blocked behind. She blocked behind that. Sam blocked behind that. She drags the bag in at the end. Come watch it on the YouTube, y'all. I'm telling you, it's worth it. Hell of a shot by
And the
Cameron
fist
Belvin.
pump. So great shot by Cameron.
3 of 10 on the celebration, though.
3? I'll give it like
Fist
a
bump's
4
a
or
little
5.
too,
Yeah.
it's a little too.
Yeah.
Now, if she'd have pulled like a full-on cartwheel, dude, that'd have been 10
Yeah,
10,
she would never do that. There's a fist bump.
She's it's too obvious she's been there before, B. That's the problem, right? She's acting like she's been there before because she has.
Yeah.
So shout out to her. All right, dude. You want to go to random facts? Or you just want to jump straight into the
Let's get to the interview with our boy
Sparky?
Sparky.
I know we're running a little bit on time. All right, we'll be right back, guys. We're bringing in Sparky. As promised, we got my man from Spark Apparel, Mr. Sparky himself.
It's Alejandro. I don't even know how to say your last name, bro.
We'll just keep it Alejandro and then Sparky.
Wait a minute, is his last name not Sparky? Hold on, time out right quick.
Arechega.
You gotta roll the R.
Arechega.
And how to order food in Spanish. That's about it.
Arroz con pollo. You see, something like that. Now we're here with our man Sparky. Obviously he's a sponsor of the show, a good friend, man. I've been knowing Sparky. I don't know, probably about a year now, maybe.
Almost, yeah, just about a year.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Sparky. Obviously, we're thankful for you, man. When I first met you, started talking to you. You've helped us out a lot. You jumped on board as a sponsor. You said we're gonna grow together. I talk to you too much now. D May says, "Man, y'all talk every day." I'm like, "Yeah, pretty much." So,
Damn near, yeah.
Yeah, dude, you becoming a shooter too, bro. Okay, hey, look. When we first met you, you were all right, but shit. Just for y'all at home that don't know, this was my my doubles partner right here at Worlds. Shooter alert! Shooter alert!
Yeah, I brought the back brace for you for sure. You were carrying me for sure.
Yeah,
You're on
whatever.
fire,
hey, D May said you were a lot better at Worlds than you were at Bag Mania. We were playing at 11 o'clock at night in the
He
room.
was, bro.
we were all shit faced too. So
yeah, we definitely were.
That is true,
Definitely
but
were. So, all right, let's get
you
to
definitely
it.
improved a lot. And hey, look, let me tell y'all real quick story. All right, this is how Sparky will do you. All right, you team with him at Worlds, then somehow he suckers you into playing him in cash matches. So then whoops your ass in the cash match, okay? So I mean, heater at the cash match, and then we end up losing doubles, and he's like, "Man, you were carrying me the whole time." I'm like, dude, well, why couldn't I carry it against you in the cash match? Because he smoked my ass, bro. So yeah, it was fun games though. Great time at Worlds.
Oh, good times.
So,
Drink
let's
after
get-
every game
Yeah.
too. Keep the
Yeah, that's
ritual
what he
going.
said, bro. D May was like, "Dude, playing with Sparky was awesome, bro. We play a game, grab a drink."
It was fun, guys. And honestly, the coolest part was the thing about Sparky is I wasn't stressed like, oh, dude, he's gonna be mad at me if I suck. But, it was just kind of a fun atmosphere.
Not like playing with me.
Yeah, kinda. Yeah. Hey, it was a fun atmosphere, and I felt like even if I suck, he don't care. We're gonna get a drink after anyway until we lit some people up, man.
Yeah, we did. We made a good run.
I mean, we even whooped y'all before, bro. Y'all were a great warm up for us.
That was me and Peyton, bro. I let him down. Peyton Lopez. That was terrible. That's all right though. But all right, let's get into it, bro. Everybody knows Spark Apparel, bro. Probably the hottest apparel company, definitely in the cornhole scene right now. I mean, I guess I kind of know a little bit about your background. You played softball. You happen to know a friend of mine who moved out to California. I think it's crazy how he did that. And then you got into the cornhole world. So did you start playing cornhole before you got into doing the jerseys, or how did it work?
So I've been doing jerseys since December of 2019. I got let down by a company called All Hustle, let's just say that. And I got burnt. I gave them like 6 weeks to make me some custom jerseys for world championships, and they flaked. And then I got them like a week after I was supposed to get them. I came back home from Worlds, and they didn't give me like no partial refund, no nothing. I was like, well, that was a one-time gig. We're never gonna see each other again because we were from all over. So after that, bad customer service, like, you know what, dude, I can do this. I was like, there's just better ways to treat people, right? You know, and the rest been kind of written. I'm just doing this little bit of softball here and there. COVID hit. I went to my buddy's house to go. What was it? It was Halloween of 2020. I went to his house. He was playing cornhole, and I was like, "Oh, this looks easy." I'm a pitcher. I'm from slow pitch, right? I'm like, "This can't be hard," and I couldn't get on the fucking board. The bags weren't staying. I was throwing like a little knuckleball, just trying to get in the hole. And then after getting smoked so many times, I was like, dude, I need to get better at this. So I started YouTubing the game. I started trying different ways of like, I need to go back to his house and whoop this shit at my boy, you know? And that's kind of how it kind of progressed. And then 2021 hit. I went to a San Diego Open. I had a custom jersey for me and my partner. And it was like a Yeezy top with white and red. And everyone's like, dude, those jerseys are sick. Who made those? I'm like, well, I made them. And they're like, you make jerseys? Like, well, yeah. And then boom, one club after another club. And then it just started tumbling in. The local community has just been awesome. And then as January of 2022, that's when it just boom, the North Carolina Open. And ever since then, it's just been pretty blessed. And it's been a fun roller coaster. And I don't think this train's going off the rails just yet. So we're riding this thing out.
No, that is awesome, man. And I mean, yeah, like Brian said, man, you're definitely the hot commodity. I mean, everybody that orders jerseys, I feel like, is Spark Apparel, Spark Apparel, Spark. Then we're seeing you all over the TV. We're seeing them on hats. We're seeing them. I mean, everybody's wearing SA, dude.
Yeah, it's
All
it's
right, SA.
pretty cool.
Yeah. So.
It was good.
SA is that supposed to be a Mexican thing? SA.
Dude, I realized it was a Spanish reference. Hey, who knew? Actually going for Spark Apparel, SA, but hey.
Hell yeah, man. And so it's like, obviously you've been rolling, man. Like I said, we met you a while ago. You did our jerseys. And people loved our jerseys. We're thankful to have other pros that wear our jerseys too. And so I guess my next, I mean, it's like, you do the jerseys all the time, man. Do you have more fun doing the jerseys or playing, or like, what do you want to be more successful in?
You know, that's the thing about being a competitor, right? The whole life, right? You want to be good at whatever you do. And, you know, I got into cornhole just trying to play. And then kind of like the business stuff happened afterwards. But when I got too busy doing a lot of orders, like I was running a Tuesday night locally out here. I had, you know, all the boards, I had the setups, I was running every Tuesday. And it got so busy with Spark Apparel that I had to stop running it on Tuesdays. It was like every night I had to work. I had a bunch of artwork to keep up with. It was just ridiculous. So then it's like, all right, I'm not playing enough, but I'm doing a lot of jerseys. So I try to work in some kind of balance. So that's when I did the Spark Apparel full time. Like I quit my day job. I went full time with it. I mean, in California, as a union general foreman in electrical, it's we make pretty good money. And so to quit it, everyone's like, "Oh shit, he's serious." So it's been a cool, you know. It just, but I'd rather be a better whatever asset I can be for the game. I'm here for it. Whether it's playing, whether it's making jerseys, whether it's being an impact on kids, you know, sponsorship wise, right? Just trying to change the game, even being part of this the way it is going right now, just trying to be like one of the pioneers, just you know, doing whatever I can to help this game grow. You know, I'll take whatever I can get out of it. But it's just been fun, and you know, it's crazy seeing cornhole from coast to coast, you know, north to south. You know, this game has been nothing but blessings as far as meeting people, right? I mean, you guys, you know, it's just ridiculous, right? It's just a real testament of how everyone in cornhole really is. Everyone's a good time, you know. It's all positive vibes. I love it.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
as far as being a player of the company, I just rather be whatever I can for the game, and some kind of positive impact, whatever it may be, playing or being Spark Apparel. You know, I just want to help out in any way possible.
so are you better at cornhole or softball?
I'm way better in cornhole than softball. But I do have five rings for softball. So it's, I mean, that's pretty damn good if you ask a lot of
Yeah.
people. But but I think, I mean, I won more money playing cornhole than I did softball.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I mean, so I think you mentioned something there. Like, I mean, we know you sponsor players, right? We'll ask you who all you're sponsoring this season so far in a minute. But I think a lot of people don't know. I mean, I talk to you all the time, right? I mean, when you tell me who you're sponsoring, what you're doing. But I think a lot of people don't know is what you do when you sponsor players, right? I think some people might say, "Oh, this is Spark Apparel, Sparky. He's just he's just sponsoring people to have his name out there." But I think a lot of people don't realize like what you give back to these players when it comes to that, and how they kind of work for themselves to build their brand. So, I mean, tell us a little bit about that.
So a lot of it is commission based for trying to help these players get money. You know, in the game, in this game, and the way it's advertised, right? It's a lot of social media, and these players need to have a good presence, right? A good network, a good area of support, right? And it's kind of proof of concept. Hey, you want to get paid? I mean, I'd be happy to help you out. I'll provide the platform. You just gotta just press a share button. Watch the magic happen. And it happened a lot. These kids, they go to the local clubs. They talk to the director. Hey, man, how do you feel about switching jersey companies? And the kids get a good chunk of the money. Like they get between 60 to 40% of the profits, and it just depends on what player is what based on the contract. But
Yeah.
it's the money adds up quick. There's some players who made over 3,000 just on commissions, and if you ask me, that's pretty damn good.
Yeah, for essentially doing nothing by growing your own brand, right? It's not based off winning, which even though winning helps grow your brand, right? But
Oh
it's
yeah,
just
winning's good.
like
Winning's good.
having your local clubs so that they support you, go to, having your own brand. And then it's like they have a ton of jersey comes, but the fact that they can lean on you to come up with their designs, so they're getting the jerseys that they want out there. And everybody knows, like, you have the hottest designs, right? And people are wearing your Spark Apparel jerseys all over. They saw the world's jerseys, and I know you've had an
They
abundance
saw
of
the
sales.
King
come from
Seat
that.
jerseys. You
Yeah,
still see them,
They
boys.
saw the King Seat jerseys.
They're
that's right,
disgusting.
no,
They're
I mean, it's been
disgusting.
great, right? So it's like people reach out to us too, like, who does your jersey? I mean, when people ask where jersey companies are, I mean, you see it, we see it.
Yeah.
Everybody just spams Spark Apparel now, so it's like it works great. And I think the players obviously appreciate that too. A chance to be represented by such a good company, and then a chance to be able to make more money. So,
Yeah, for sure.
you made anything?
No, I think you killed it, dude. I think you hit
I'm
the
just kidding.
nail on the head right
I'm just
there,
kidding,
man.
bro. So, like, I guess, what is your goal this season when it comes to? Is there anything that you want to focus on this upcoming season? Obviously, to build your brand, but is there anything different that maybe you thought about?
Such as
Um,
headbands.
I mean, I can literally do everything right now. I think last year to this year, last year was more like sublimated. But working with a local buddy of mine, Kenny Chavez, he's been my road dog with me for all these tournaments. He invested into the embroidery machine, so we're kind of just getting a wholesale, and then buying a bunch of material, and then doing screen printing, embroidery, all that stuff in house now. So we're going to try to work on cotton t-shirt, because a lot of people are like, man, I love the brand, I just can't wear jerseys all the time, right? So you got to be able to accommodate all kinds of people, and that's kind of thing of just trying to make the brand relatable to everyone, and still trying to have that kind of spark design to the t-shirts, right? You can only do so much with a t-shirt,
Right.
but I'm just trying to be different, just trying to use day-to-day stuff and trying to make it cornhole related, I guess, too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good companies out there. Everyone's going to compete for new jerseys, because you got new clubs, you got new seasons, you got new color trends, all that stuff in the mix. So I mean, those jerseys are always going to be there. Just trying to separate myself, just doing things differently as far as offering people more variety. Try not to limit myself, because as the game grows, right, the audience grows, the taste grows. It's different when you branch out. And I think there's a lot of stuff in store this year. Just going to take it day by day. You can't really have a whole game plan for the year, because things can change, and you just never know. But the one thing I can for sure promise is that you're going to see some Spark Apparel on ESPN and CBS a lot this year,
Yeah.
for sure.
no, you make a good point too when it comes to that. I mean, it's like we know so many people that play cornhole, and so many people are like, man, I love the jerseys, but I don't like to wear a jersey when I'm playing. So it's like you have to be able to provide shirts too. So it's like I'd rather have a shirt than a jersey. It's like, well, to me the jersey looks a lot cooler. You can do more with it.
I like the motion of a jersey on the arm. I feel like a normal shirt, they tend to be. I feel like you don't have that ability to stretch. I could just be because I'm fat, y'all. I really don't know. But I feel like with a normal shirt, I can't get the good release that I want. But with a jersey, I have a lot of, free flow in my arm to be able to kind of really reach out there and really swing it back. But that's my 2 cents on why I do jerseys.
All right, well, we're going to be playing a game with you in just a second. So hopefully you don't suck at it. But before we get to that, just kidding. You're too great. I mean, I just want to ask you, I think people want to know too, like, what do you do whenever you're not doing cornhole or Spark Apparel jersey? Let us know what Sparky does,
Well, that's funny you say that. So I recently changed, not really careers, but kind of changed the way I do work now for my day job because I do need benefits. And Spark Apparel does very well. Don't get me wrong. It's just, benefits and
Spark
pension.
Apparel don't provide benefits? That's BS, bro. You talk to the owner, though.
Yeah, not yet. I mean, I touched quite a bit this year, but it's more just for the players moving forward and whatnot. I gotta be able to feed the dogs. But I work the night shift. I work 11 at night to 11 o'clock in the morning. So that way I can come home, ship stuff out, and then I go pick up the kids. And I'm a dad of 3 beautiful daughters. Wouldn't change it for the world. They think I'm famous and stuff, and they tell their teachers, "You don't know who my dad is." And I was like, "Dude, you can't say that. This is not how it works. These guys don't play cornhole." So I was like, "Don't work like that."
Right.
But I mean, I just try to be the best dad I can be. I save up money, take them to Disneyland. I do these crazy things with them. Like there's a Target challenge where you have all the kids grab a bunch of stuff as much, you got 3 minutes to grab whatever you can with 2 hands. And they cleared the bank on that one. They spent over $600. So
yeah, I love that challenge. That'll be fun.
Yeah, I'm not doing that again for sure. Not again.
At Disneyland, this guy, we have a tournament coming up. We're part of hosting it. And he's choosing to go to Disneyland over come down here, D-Man. What do you think about that? Dude, he'd rather go see Mickey Mouse, bro, than go see us. No, so
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Hey, bro, dreams
I
come
like
true.
Mickey Mouse.
It'll be more magical there than coming down here.
You gotta. The real question is, you gonna make custom shirts to walk through Disney with?
Yeah, my kids told me that, so I gotta. It's the Halloween theme, so I'm gonna work something out for sure. I just don't know where they want to do it because we got California Adventure Park and then Disneyland, so we'll see. I might do some Day of the Dead for the Coco theme thing they got going on out there, and maybe some Star Wars stuff just because I like Star Wars. But
my wife and I, we did custom shirts, and one of the Disney employees saw us, and we had what's referred to as a magical moment.
Really?
A magical moment is where it could be multiple things at Disney, but it's where a staff member wants to be nice and give you that magical experience, and they let us cut the entire 3.5-hour line at Rock and Roller Coaster.
Oh,
yeah. Was it a shirt that you wore?
Yeah, well, we were wearing shirts that was like Beauty and the Beast, so I think that's what did it, if y'all are being honest. But yeah, she walks up to it and she's like, "Hey, y'all don't have a fast pass?" And we're like, "No, it's a 3-hour wait." And she's like, "Well, you're having a magical moment. Come with me." And we were like, "What? This is kind of sketch, you know what I mean?" And then they bring you through the gift shop, and then through like some dark hallway, and you come out like literally in front of everybody, like getting on the ride.
Are people pissed? Like, I paid for a fast
No,
pass.
they don't see you because it's kind of sneaky. And then you come on the ride, and
that's shady, bro.
They give you like a certificate, and I'll post that picture up here if I can find it. But they give you a certificate that says the date that you had the magical moment. They take your picture and everything. It was awesome. Shout out to Disney. It was truly a magical moment. I mean, it made the whole
shout Disney out, bro. You paid for that magical moment, bro.
I know, but it doesn't happen to everybody. So now every time we go, I try to really look at the cast members and be super nice, the employees, and hope that, hey man, I'm wearing matching shirts.
All right.
Could it happen again?
Let's do it here, bro.
But
so
anyway,
so Sparky, you want to tell us a few of the players you're sponsoring coming this upcoming season? So
man,
far, I know.
You wouldn't believe it if I told you it's a lineup, and the thing is, this year I'll make it quick, simple. Is closed mouths don't get fed.
That's right.
And I don't chase anybody. I don't feel that way because a brand should gravitate to people you want to bring around, right? I think that's the laws of
You chased
attraction.
us? Didn't he chase us? Just kidding.
I
Just
think
kidding.
we got it was stars were aligned in that moment.
That's right. I'll never forget that day.
We just looked up and we saw the Spark Apparel logo in the sky, man. You know.
It was like the
But
Batman.
but to start off right, and it's gonna start with some bangers. You got Devin Harbaugh, right? We worked something out and a beautiful thing. And the first day he wears it, dude won Spencer's, swept the house. Right? I'm not, it's a coincidence. Who knows? But the dude hasn't lost. I think he just swept up his conference too for the top 100.
Yeah, he did.
And he had a Spark Apparel on too.
He won doubles with Trey Birchfield, who was wearing a Spark Apparel King Seed jersey. You know what I mean?
I don't see many people losing in that. And then you got the Tony Smith, right? His first day wearing it. The dude won Airmail City, the Pro Invitational. So that was pretty cool.
Hoodies are on sale right now, huh?
Yeah, Big Tone got his own little hoodies coming out. Go support him. 100% of the profits goes towards him. Like I said, I do this out of love of my heart to help kids and help the pros, in this cornhole world for this, because I think the players, they do a lot, right? They travel a lot. And, sometimes they don't walk away with anything, and I think, the game of the ACL is changing. It's going to get to that high professional level where, they'll have some decent salaries. I'm not saying it's going to happen within a couple years. Who knows, but at least they'll get there for sure. Just, at least in the meantime, right, they build, they build trait, characteristics about themselves and traits to, be marketable, to, be able to, make some money. So, so you got Tony Smith, you got Bella Soprano, and then you got Hunter Thorne,
Who'd you
got
say?
Caleb Franklin,
Thorne.
Caleb Franklin, you got Kobe Costanza, and then you got, yeah, it's just pretty. And then the list is going, and you got the Cobb brothers, you got all three of them. It's pretty. It's going really well. And then got Dean Norton on board. You got the Gavin Cano from Texas. You got a little Texas flavor in there. And then right now there's some more coming on. It's pretty safe to say. I could probably say because contracts will be signed by then. But you got Alex Hicks and you got a little Noah Almanza too. So it's some heavy heaters coming in. But also you can't forget about the OGs. You got the Adrian and Vincent Frisk, and then you got Brendan Ballard, Mason Margotto, Josh Thielen, and it's a quite a bit lineup, right? People are probably thinking, how's this dude to kind of be able to afford all this? Well, they're going to afford it themselves. So it's going to be self-funded. Just you got to provide the platform, and I got the recipe for it, and I think it's going to set the standard for a lot of companies moving forward.
Hell yeah! Well, that's awesome, man. Obviously, there's a lot of players. A
lot of shooters in there for sure, B.
Yeah.
I heard quite a few of them.
And then I don't want to be disrespectful, but I forgot about my boy Kyle Malone too. No, I just mentioned it.
Yeah, if you forgot anybody else, guys, sorry.
That's on him, not us.
Yeah, it's not our fault. But I didn't hear me in there, B. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so
for good reason.
Yeah, there's a merch contract coming in and sending your way to you.
Hey,
I've been asking for that, bro, for weeks.
Dude, I'm trying to figure out. Question from the kingdom. Okay, do you do headbands or do you do tuxes?
I get you new headbands. We'll get a new tux. We're gonna get you fitted, my guy.
Give me a little Spark Apparel logo right here, dude. Maybe something over here. I don't even know.
How about the King C logo on that side?
The King C logo, Spark Apparel logo. I'll take it, dude. I was trying to think of something I could put in the pocket. I was like maybe a cornhole bag hanging out.
Lucky bags, handkerchief.
Yeah, that'd be cool, bro.
All right, well, get to you ready for the game, Sparky?
I'm scared.
That's all right, bro. You'll do great. Probably not that great, but as long as you try. So, just kidding. We'll be right back.
All right, guys, we'll be right back. Spark Apparel himself here. SA. All right, Sparky. So I don't know if you know the rules of the game here.
I know.
But the way it's gonna work is we're gonna show you a silhouette of a player, and you're going to have to guess who that player is. I believe you know all these people we chose, but some of them might be pretty difficult. I don't know for sure.
I've seen them. I've seen the game in the past. Some are easy, some are kind of hard, and these players like you see them and like they should know. So
Hey, bro. Well, look, if you get them all right, we'll get you a jersey.
Yeah,
Oh.
we know a guy. We know a guy. Don't worry. We might even get you 2 jerseys. All right, one in each color. Okay. All right. Well, if you were ready,
bro.
let's get it started here. I'd say, just to show you how to play the game here, we'll start off with something a little easy.
Oof. He's chunky. I would say I'm a McGuire Shepherd, if anything, or myself. I think it's myself. Yeah, that's thick bone.
Correct.
Oh!
Hey, poor McGuire.
I was like, man, it was hard to find a picture of him just standing there. So I was like, half of the page is Spark Apparel logos and cool jerseys. So it took me a while to find a good picture where I could pull you out of it.
Fair enough.
All right, so here we go. Start things off here.
Oof. Wow. Dang, it's a little kid, I imagine. It looks like it's a pro. I mean, the guy with the shorts, those oversized shoes, those are some Yeezys, I think, but there might be some other shoes. I mean, it could either be a Jimmy Humans, maybe, but it could be it's either Tice Cobb. I think it's one of the Cobb brothers for sure. I think it's Tice.
Final answer?
Yeah, I think so. Oh, it's Alex Hicks. I knew it was a kid at first. I was trying to like, does it look like he's a kid too?
I love how you're going to like what he's wearing. He's going straight to his
shoes.
apparel. Wait a minute, let me see what he's wearing here.
Yeah,
All right.
I should have known. That was
Good guess, good guess. It's all right. Good warm up. Let's see if you can get this
Oh, that's easy. That's Big Tone.
one. Ooh.
The goat hat too.
Quick,
See?
quick. All right. Oops, sorry.
I was like, wow, that's a real Pokemon. I was like, oh,
Pikachu.
this looks like a Hunter Thorn.
Was that your final answer?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Hunter Thorn.
Damn, that was actually pretty solid, dude. That was
Oh,
actually pretty solid.
dude, no lie, the only way I could tell is because the way the legs are crossed. Like, I look like Hunter.
Well, I tried to make sure I got his Spark shorts in there. You know what I mean?
Yeah, there you go. Oh man. Oh, that's easy. That's Josh Dillon and Corey Gilbert, light skin.
Correct. Correct. Solid.
My heart. See the stagger like that. It's either some kind of cholo or that's Bella.
Chill.
For those of you listening to audio, you definitely want to go to the YouTube for this section because it is hilarious.
All right.
Is that your final answer?
Bella, yeah.
All right, correct.
Let's go.
All right, let's see who else we have here.
Oh, I know this one. That's Devin Harbaugh for sure. Final answer, Alex.
Oh, correct.
Let's go.
All right, the
Damn,
last
my
one's
cheeks
pretty
are-
hard. The last one is very hard. I don't know if he's gonna hit this one here.
Oof.
He said,
Well, they got the fucking the Freddie Flintstone cutoff right here. Oh man, that's kind of tough. Is that a bag on the head?
it might be a 2
Damn,
point.
I don't know. That's tough. I'm scared to answer. I don't know.
Sorry, no answer is a bad answer. Unless
No.
it's the wrong
Yeah.
one.
I don't want to be wrong, so I'm just gonna say I don't know.
You don't have a guess?
I mean, either it's I think it's Kobe. I think it's Kobe for sure. I'm like 90% sure it's Kobe. Either or Steven Bernasek, one of those two.
Which one is your final answer, sir?
Kobe. Kobe's the final.
Kobe Costanza, correct.
Damn.
What do
Jeez.
all these players have in common, B?
Saying, bro.
Well, the scary part is, right, is that I should know better, but like you don't want to be wrong, because then you offend them.
So we had Sparky, Alex Hicks, Big Tone, Hunter Thorne, Light Skin, and Thielen, Bella, Harbaugh, and Kobe Costanza. Not bad. You got the majority of those right. Honestly, the only one what was the only one you missed?
Alex Hicks.
Alex Hicks, which I thought was the most obvious one, so I put it first.
I thought, like, oh, that's Alex Hicks. Like, wait, maybe it's like a different angle. Maybe they changed the angle on it. I was like, is it that or the little Gore brother who might be a Spark Apparel athlete too? Can't really say yet. Yeah.
All right, Sparky. Well, we appreciate it, bro.
I appreciate you guys. Think you guys are doing a great thing, man. Thank you guys for having me.
Appreciate it, man. And I appreciate your support. Appreciate you for coming on. We'll see you soon. And with that, we'll be right back.
Hey, Spark Apparel's up there, man. Spark Apparel's over here.
Shout out to our boy Sparky with Spark Apparel. Like I said, he's turned into a good friend of ours. Obviously, a great sponsor. You know, we're lucky to find him to do our jerseys, and obviously we see what he's doing in the cornhole world. So it's cool to talk to him a little more. Sorry, Alex Hicks, he didn't guess you.
Hey, we thought it would be funny to get him with all Spark Apparel people that he named prior in the interview. So it was a good attempt.
It worked, but no, yeah. So shout out to him, and also too, not to mention, you know, like he is a sponsor of ours. So if you're interested in some Spark Apparel gear, any of his jerseys, hit him up for some custom jerseys. If you want anything he has on his website as well, sparkapparel.shop. You can use the code KingSeat10 for $10 off. So
sweet.
I forgot all about that. He told me the other day on the phone. I'm like, oh, great.
Well, sorry, hey, dude, I might have to go go order. Intern, order us something real quick. Get us some.
Yeah.
Get us some more jerseys.
So with that being said, man, that's obviously we mentioned Spark Apparel is a good sponsor of ours, but we couldn't do it without all of our other sponsors as well, right?
No, we couldn't at all. So thank you to Buffalo Boards, Lucky Bags, Sure Shot Cornhole, Black Sheep, Spark Apparel. We already named them. Why do you test me every time?
No,
is that all of them?
No, he's not. But also our boy.
Oh, I can't forget about him, dude.
Gary Anderson.
Hashtag.
Shout out to Gary Anderson with French Core Realty, a good friend of ours. If you're looking to buy a house, sell a house, have any questions about the market, hit up our boy Gary Anderson at 504-894-4586. So.
Hashtag let Gary sell it. And next week, guys, if you tune in to this ending segment, Brian will be reciting all of the sponsors off.
It's easy, bro. I'm going to write them down on my
and I will see if he can do it.
Also, if you're interested in sponsoring the show as well, just message me or D-May or the King Seat podcast page. We got a lot in the works. We're about to start new segments. We're on audio now too, right?
Yes, we are.
Starting from last week's episode and this episode, they're all going to be on audio. Spotify, all your places you can get your audio, except for I think we're still waiting to get approved on Apple, right?
Yeah, I think we have to do Apple.
So we'll have those up there, and then also we're gonna backlog slowly and load up all the old episodes. So
yeah, and then we're gonna, of course, we're on YouTube as well. I'm gonna start trying to chapter things, make it easier for everybody to do. And
sounds good.
We got websites coming, dude. Just y'all stay tuned. It's about to get big.
Yeah, going to the new season. We got a lot in the works. So we appreciate y'all, and we'll see y'all next time
in the King Seat.